SwoopsNews.
SwoopsNews.com, this is Andy. I've got a very special guest today. He's a 29 NBA year pro. He's been to the NBA Finals 27 times, and he's been an all-star participant 28 times. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce NBA Senior Director of Photos, and also a guy that I can finally check off of my bucket list to meet, Mr. Andrew D. Bernstein. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it, man.
So I actually read somewhere that you're actually one of only 4 people to have a permanent exhibit in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in Massachusetts. How does that feel?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The hall expanded from what they were originally, and they actually moved next door and they built a whole new Hall of Fame. I think back in around 2004 or 5, something like that. And when they did that, they decided to have a media wing to the Hall of Fame. So part of including the media was including photographers, and they, I guess, looked for photographers who had some significant long-term contribution to the game, and I was one of the guys. So it's cool because you go there and you're like permanently there.
Right.
And there's a picture of me, and there's a picture of my favorite picture of Michael Jordan up there, which is it's cool. I've had probably 5 photos I just are iconic photos for me. I was lucky enough to be there to take. I mean, they come fly with me with Jordan holding his first trophy in '91 with his dad is probably my favorite of all time. Magic and Bird, Shaq and Kobe. God, it's a lot. There's a lot of photos come to mind, but I think you have to kind of break it down by the era because it's hard to say just one picture. And then my first gig for the NBA was the NBA All-Star Game. It was the '83 game, the famous Marvin Gaye anthem game at the Forum, and I've been with them since February of '83.
You have a book out now, Journey to the Ring.
Right.
And all the photographs are obviously done by you, and the text by Phil Jackson. Now you've had the opportunity, obviously, to capture your photographs while the players are on the court, but you also had the opportunity of getting them off the court, which is in itself, I'm sure, is an exhilarating yet challenging experience.
You guys have interesting personalities. A lot of these guys off the court. Some guys who are super quiet, like on the bench or whatever. They're like the jokesters in the locker room. Kobe, is very, very outgoing and friendly away from the court. I mean, on the court, of course, he's the leader, and you see him interacting and having fun. But off the court, back in the locker room, the training room, or on the bus, or plane, or whatever, he's very open, very, very nice guy. I've known Kobe, 15 years now.
Right. Yeah.
So, Phil is one of the most interesting people I've ever met in my life. I mean, including my family or anybody outside the sports business.
Kobe actually recently said that there are lots of photographers in the game and in general, and a lot of these photographers just take photos.
Right.
But Andrew D. Bernstein, he captures moments. Now, what is it like to be able to have a guy like Kobe Bryant, who's basically the epitome of hard work and passion toward a game, have someone like that say that about you and your love?
Well, it's unbelievable. I mean, this is a guy who, I don't even know if he's paying attention to what I do, but obviously he is, and it's very, very flattering, humbling, but it's also very rewarding, because if Kobe is noticing what I do and if it's been significant in his career, it means a lot to me.
So as a token of my appreciation from SwoopsNews, I'm sure it's your birthday coming up.
It is pretty. How do you know that?
It's psychic.
Yeah, it's in April.
There you go.
What is
Little
that, dude?
Birthday
Something
gift.
gonna jump out of you?
I'm gonna keep my head back.
Oh, look at this. This is awesome, dude.
Got a very rare Kodak HD 4679 version.
That's awesome.
It's a very rare type of disposable camera. You can actually open it up.
HD, huh?
Oh yeah, they make them HD now. It's a very special edition.
It's classic. Look at that. It's awesome.
It's SwoopsNews.
I love it. Thanks, Andy.
Your camera got swooped.
Wait, hold on. Let me take a picture. Let me shoot you first. Ready?
I'm ready.
How do you turn the flash on? Well,
here we go. Actually, I covered it with the Swoops decoration. We should do both of us in it.
Okay, hold on.
All right, let's do a MySpace photo. Do you ever have to
Ready?
do these on the court?
I do them with my kids all. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Say SwoopsNews.
Swoops. Once again, Journey to the Ring, Andrew D. Bernstein's and Phil Jackson's incredible book, in stores, which is where I got mine on Barnes & Noble or online. Well, thank you. SwoopsNews.com. This is Andy D. And until next time. Swoops!
SwoopsNews!